They call them the Veylith, not rulers, not conquerors, watchers. At the heart of Arundel Wood stands the tree of Therail, ancient and ever watchful, guarding the balance within the forest. Here, the forest breathes, and the water listens. Here, the forest rests, and the water moves in peace. Here, the forest is calm, and the water carries that calm forward. In Arundel Woods, life is simple and unburdened, untouched by hate or fear. Here, people grow alongside the forest, in peace. Their days pass in quiet, harmony with the woods. In the heart of Arundel Woods, training is not an obligation, but a ritual. Beneath the ancient canopies, soldiers repeat their movements in silence, listening to the breath of the forest. Every strike, every step, and every arrow is guided by calm, discipline, and respect for nature. Here, it is not the fury of battle that is sought, but the balance that masters it. From the high terraces of Silthara, Queen Althara gazed over her city, the capital of the Veylith, hidden deep within the ancient Arundel Woods. Beneath the emerald canopy, Silthara breathed in peace. Veylith was safe. For now. Some bounds are not spoken. They endure. Beyond the shelter of the ancient woods, the land opens wide. Lumthul plains stretch beneath an endless sky. Fields shaped by human hands, paths worn by passing feet, and rivers feeding the soil. Here, life stands exposed to wind and sun. Caravans move, farmers labor, gods watch the roads. This is Lumthul Plains where Veylith moves forward. Wagons move beneath open skies, carrying grain, goods, and quiet hopes from village to village. Stone towers rise not as symbols of power, but of watchfulness guarding the fields that feed the realm. Here, the rhythm of life is measured in footsteps, turning wheels, and distant horizons. Its weathered walls have welcomed farmers, guards, and travelers alike. An old man rests in the grass nearby, pipe smoke drifting as footsteps pass. Soft voices and quiet laughter linger, while beyond the tavern the plains stretch onward. Patient, worked, alive. Near the windmill, where the river bends and the plains soften, life moves at its simplest pace. Fishermen wait in silence, lines drifting with the current. Children chase laughter along the grass, while water and wind turn the days steadily forward. Here, at the edge of Lumthul Plains, life is not grand. It is honest, shared, and quietly enough. Inside the tavern, warmth settles between wood and firelight. Quiet, voices blend with the clink of cups and the slow rhythm of simple lives. Here, travelers rest, locals linger, and stories pass without hurry. For a moment, the world outside feels distant.
Welcome, welcome. Eldrin at your service.
Beyond the open plains, where the wind carries its silence far, the land begins to close in. Back in Arundel Woods, life is simple and quiet.
Quiet today. It usually is. You think we'll stay that way? If it doesn't, we'll know.
You're rushing.
I don't feel like I am.
That's why you are.
How slow is slow enough?
Slow enough to listen.
You've been standing there a while. Fish don't mind. Used to be more this time of year. Water's still cold. You think it will turn. It always does.
Among the lands of Veylith, there is one path that never stands still. Thaler flows not as a boundary, but as a passage. It gathers the quiet of the forests and the openness of the plains, carrying them forward without favor. Through Thaler, the world moves, voices, footsteps, time itself. Yet, the river does not belong to all things equally. Some are carried, some are slowed. The market of Thaler is never still. Goods arrive, are counted, and move on without ceremony. Trade here follows rules written in coin, contracts, and timing. And most of those lines lead back to Calrith. He does not own the market. Yet, little moves without his approval. Routes, prices, and delays bend subtly in his favor. The port of Thaler is calm and well kept. Faces are familiar, greetings brief. Ships arrive, unload, and leave under careful record. Nothing moves without being noted. Every crate, every name, every route passes through Vela the harbour master. Veylith has stood for generations because it believed the world would wait, that vigilance was enough. But the world does not wait. What is coming does not test the borders. It walks through them. This is not the end of balance. The woods are calm.
They often are.
Often doesn't always last. Do you feel anything?
Nothing for now.
Then we wait, as we always do. Veylith has always believed that vigilance would be enough. That, if danger came, it would be seen. But some changes do not announce themselves. They arrive quietly, already inside the paths meant to guard against them. The Keeper watches for what should never be used. The Queen listens for what cannot yet be named. And while the woods remain calm, something has already begun to move.